How's it going, guys? Universe, back again with another video. We're going to be playing the MiG21 SPS-K. It's a premium for the German tech tree, which now got lowered to a BR of 10.0, and this jet is absolutely invincible. Let me tell you what you can take. Take countermeasures and 4 R3Rs. Absolutely gaming. It's pretty much a MiG21S, but with flares. And a little bit of a higher BR, but the flares come obviously with the higher BR, but it's only 0.3 BR, which honestly is not that big of a difference. And if anything, you most likely will see down tiers pretty much most of the time. Now, one of the unfortunate part with missiles right now is that they are not proxy fusing properly, and my missile goes straight through that MiG21S. So that's one of the problems that you will face currently until this gets fixed, which I have no idea why it hasn't been fixed. But missiles are absolutely scuffed. So thank you guys so much for that. You guys are absolutely incredible. Totally best company in the world. Definitely no issues at all from the company. But the MiG21 SPS-K is also a premium jet. I don't know if I said that earlier. I probably did. But that means that you get premium awards. This is one of the best jets, in my honest opinion. Yes, the Laser M, which is another premium, is also a really great German jet that you can get that's premium. But honestly, it does not compare to how amazing the SPS-K is. Most of the time at the 10.0 BR range, most people are not taking chaff countermeasures. They're mainly taking flares. And the reason why is because most of the missiles at the 10.0 BR range are like R60s, AIM-9Ls, AIM-9Js. Most people are not thinking about radar missiles because most of the radar missiles at this BR are extremely obsolete. They're absolutely garbage. Like the F4 doesn't have anything too incredible. Yes, it can do some good damage, but you're not really going to see it very often. And if anything, I don't think I've ever seen the F4 against the MiG21 SPS-K. And then again, one more time there with the proxy fuse, it goes straight through the MiG21. Absolutely amazing. Totally not broken at all. We're in the next match here. Unfortunately, with the playstyle that I have, which is with the 4 R3Rs and the chaff, no gun, you're not very helpful. It's not really helpful. I would say you're not very amazing. You're not going to be pulling off crazy 6-kill matches, but you're a support fighter, and it's extremely difficult to kill you because you have a lot of flares, you're fast, you climb good, you churn good. Again, with proxy fuse there, straight through the jet, and I absolutely unleash my rage on my mouse there. That's the problem with War Thunder right now, and that's exactly why I haven't made any top tier videos. I don't plan to make any until this gets fixed, because, to be honest, that absolutely is disgusting to me. Shooting off a missile and watching it go through their jet in replay is absolutely horrid. But back again with the SPS-K, you're not very helpful. You're more of a support fighter. You pick off 1 or 2 people, and you help your team out by lowering the player count for the enemy team. You could, theoretically, yes, take R60s and be absolutely deadly, but you're pretty much only deadly to 2 people. With the R3Rs, you're more likely to get 3 to 4 kills because everyone just head-ons you. Everyone is so absolutely brainless at this BR. None of them know what they're doing, and they all love to just head-on, especially F104s. I can't stress that enough. F104s are absolutely head-on monkeys. They love to head on you at any opportunity they can, and it's because mainly most of these YouTubers encourage it. They encourage head-oning with the F104 because that's pretty much the F104's #1 thing. Its gun is so fast and good, and you have a lot of ammo that you most likely will win in the head-on. The F104 doesn't have flares or any countermeasures for that to begin with, so you can easily take advantage of this. SU-25 there has chaff countermeasures, so now that I'm aware of that, I'm going to keep that into consideration. This is one of the things when you're playing at the 10.0 BR range, especially with the SPS-K, is you want to be aware of what countermeasures each jet has. So for example, the Mirage that I just passed there, which is the 3E, it does indeed have countermeasures, but most likely he does not have chaff. But the SU-25 does have chaff, but it does not mean he's invincible. Because of the chaff and flares that are going above his jet, I can theoretically still kill him in a head-on with radar missiles. I just have to be very quick and very precise to make sure that my radar missile still, directly hits his plane. I'm going to go for the head-on here. I'm going to fire it off at 1 kilometer. And just as I predicted, he couldn't chaff the missile in time because his flares went above his jet instead of below like the normal jet does. And for that, he gets punished. And again, this is exactly what's great about this jet. You just zoom away, and you just stay fast with your chaff and flares, and nobody can do anything against you. It's absolutely lethal. And even though you're not very helpful, I find that I win a decent amount of matches now at 10.0. Not really before, because this is one of the first jets I bought when I was playing the game. But you actually win a decent amount of matches, and it's not because you're the best jet in the game. That's not at all. You're not one of the best at all. You're pretty dang decent, but you're not the best. But it helps out, and it's somewhat, I don't know why, but it actually helps. I've noticed that most of my games are wins because of it, and I usually get 1 to 2 kills. But that still is enough to help the entire team out, which is honestly good, because at top tier, that's not how that works. You can get 1 to 2 kills, and your entire team will still lose. You can get 6 kills, and your entire team will still lose. But again, we're back with the Mirage 3E here. Again, I don't know if this guy has chaff or not. He did not flare in front of me, so I have no idea. I'm only going to have to make a bold assumption that he does not have chaff, because again, most of the people at this BR do not have chaff. I'm going to fire the missile off, and fortunately for me, he does not have chaff. He thinks it's an iron missile, and he gets absolutely clapped out of the match. That is 3 kills there, and I somehow carried my team without any gun or actually decent missiles. Sorry, that was 2 kills. I apologize. I thought it was 3. But we're on to the next match, and this is exactly my point with the F104s. They are encouraged to go in head-ons by other YouTubers, and we're going to punish them for it. He's absolutely clueless. The only thing he does is tries to kill me. Instead of maneuvering, or outmaneuvering the missile, I should say, he tries to go for the kill, because that's exactly what's happening right now. The whole meta with YouTube right now against the F104 is to head-on as much as you can, which I would not recommend. If you want to live, stop head-oning and not dodging. You need to stay alive. F3H2 here. I forgot this thing has radar missiles, so I instinctively thought he wasn't going to be able to fire off a radar missile off at me, but I was very much wrong. Spot another F3H here, and I'm going to instinctively chaff ahead of time just in case, and luckily my R3R connects. I spot a Sagittario. I don't even know how you say it. Ahead of me. 1.5 kilometers out. I'm going to fire again. And he's clapped out of the match. Just like that, all my missiles are gone within like 2 minutes of the match being started. And I have 3 kills now. Well, 2 right now, and then the other one's on fire. But I'm confident I'll get that 3rd kill. And just like that, I've now upped the lead for my team by taking out 3 people. Now, you could say, yes, you could take 2 R60s and pretty much be guaranteed. But most of the time, you have to get rear aspect of the targets. And you're not going to be able to do that all the time because F104s are extremely fast. And most targets have flares. But again, most people don't have chaff. So it's an absolute win-win. F3H here, chasing off my friendlies. I'm going to try to go for a head-on here. I get a late missile very, very late, and it could have got me punished. But luckily for me, he was not even focused on me at all. I think it's absolutely clapped. And that is 4 kills now. 4 kills with 10G radar missiles that can go 1.5 kilometer max because they're absolutely god-awful. Is absolutely hilarious. The fact that it's even possible to do that is honestly sad. Most people at this BR range would say to take the R60s, and I wouldn't blame you. The R60s are absolutely great. And again, an F4C, a jet that can take radar missiles, but also doesn't have any countermeasures at all. I go for the radar log, but I don't get anything at all. I'm going to try to force an overshoot here. I do successfully do that. But unfortunately, with the MiG21 SPS-K, you do lose a lot of speed, and that's something that you need to be aware about. And unfortunately, the F4C is going to take advantage of my lost speed, and he's going to extend away. He destroys my MiG21S, and at this point, I am stuck chasing this guy. Now, I don't like normally chasing, but I don't really have a choice, as this is the last player, and I still have plenty of fuel and plenty of missiles left. I have to give it my all here. Unfortunately, with the MiG21 SPS-K's radar and missiles, it's very, very difficult to get a radar lock from your aspect. It's actually so difficult that honestly, I'm more confident with getting a gun, getting a gun kill from 1.5 kilometers with the Gush cannon, which honestly is not even that possible. But you could give it your best shot. But I'm more confident with that actually hitting than actually getting a radar lock from your aspect and actually being able to fire off a missile. At this point, I'm sick of chasing this F4C, and he's heading back to his airfield, going to camp, and I don't blame him, but to be honest, as a 1v1, there's not really much a reason for him to go to his airfield. He outrates me, and all he has to do is win the 2-circle fight, or even just get himself in the 2-circle fight, and he'll most likely win. Not to mention, I don't even have guns. But I baited him just in time. I'm going to go for a radar missile. I didn't lead perfectly, and he avoids that missile. But unfortunately for him, he does not go for the 2-circle fight, and he goes for the 1-circle fight, and that's exactly what the MiG21 succeeds in. If you don't know already, the 1-circle fight is a nose-to-nose fight rather than a 2-circle is a nose-to-tail fight. Unfortunately, he heads straight back to his base, and at this point, I'm a natural troll at heart, and I'm mauled that he's running away. So I'm going to call him an F4C boomer, and hope that he's triggered by that and wants to kill me. Luckily for me, he pulls up into the vertical, and he's absolutely triggered. He wants to kill me now, and he goes 1258, now wants me dead for calling him a boomer. And it worked. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it in my entire life. I've flamed so many people, and they never take the bait. But this one time, it actually worked. I flamed a guy, and he actually is taking the bait. Now, unfortunately for the F4C, he does not have any countermeasures, so he will die here. And it was nice knowing you. And that is 5 kills for the match. Very rare to happen, but it does happen. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.